Hey guys, welcome back. So today is a plant tour video. I have a few plants that I need to repot. I'm gonna try to figure out a way how to extend this moss pole. This is my Philodendron branchiatum, guys. Look how much she's grown. Like, she's at the top, y'all. We'll deal with that a bit later. But mainly, I want to repot my Philodendron luxurians that y'all saw in last video. But before I jump into that, if y'all missed it, last video I asked how old you thought I was turning because my birthday was on the 21st, and y'all think I'm young. But there was only one person that guessed correctly, and congratulations. I said congratulations, oh my god. Congrats, Glenda. You are the winner of this week's challenge. I can't take myself seriously. You guessed that I was 31 and I'm 31 now. And also thanks guys for all the sweet birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. Okay, so let's jump into the chores. So Philodendron luxurians right over here. She has kind of taken over the pot here. And I think we're at a good, stage where I could transfer her. A lot of the time when it comes to philodendrons, if I can feel a leaf forming, I wait until that leaf has come out and hardened off. Because usually, if the plant goes into shock, that new leaf, if it's already in there, and there's still a chance that, she has formed in here, sometimes they just die. So, I'm going to put it into this self-watering pot. There is a fungus net just here. There's a fungus. How'd you get in here? You'll see it. Future can zoom in. Look at the fungus now. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill it. Die! Let me just clean it out, guys. So I bought these self-watering pots from Amazon, and so I'll put a link in the description below. And again, we're using Lechuza Pon. So I already washed a little bit. I'm just gonna put some into the pot here. Okay, so here we are. I'm just gonna pull. Please. Oh my god, I'm so scared I'm gonna break the roots, guys. Oh my god. Oh, it happened. Okay, look at that. So multiple places there are new roots. So let me just wash it off right now. Now we're just gonna hope, if y'all know how these plants grow, they are crawlers. And it's difficult because the existing stem right over here is kind of big, so it's hard to angle it. And I'm just gonna flush the pond just because a lot of it was still dry. And I'm just gonna put my old nutrient solution into the reservoir. So I know she's upside down, but that's okay, guys. One of my friends, Sam, suggested that I give this plant minimal light. And I have heard in the past that luxurians don't like harsh light, especially a grow light. We are going into fall, so I could put it just against my south-facing window now that there are less hours in a day. The sun is lower, so the buildings in front of my south-facing view are blocking the harsh sun. But yeah, here she is. I'm really excited. Oh my gosh, she is so weird. I love it. We'll put you here for now. Okay. I don't know if y'all have ever ordered from the site Lechuza, but when they ship their pon, it's literally in this I don't know what this is made of. It's like the IKEA bag, the blue one, but it's like a sack. And I'm just grabbing more because another plant from last video, Syngonium pink splash, look how cute. So it's time. I showed y'all that the roots have been circling the bottom of the pot, and like the luxurians, I'm going to put it in a self-watering pot. How is there a LECA drop in this video and I'm not even potting this up in LECA? Honestly, the LECA just hides in places, and every time I pull something off a shelf, there's a piece of LECA there. I don't know. Okay, so I'm using this score one. Again, I'll put the link in the description. So the meter comes in pieces. You just have to take the foam floaty thing, put this, I want to say straw, it's not a straw, in there. This is the bottom, you put it in there. Then you put this cylinder over, and then you just put the top bit here. Like that, guys. Put it in here. We're just gonna take her out. Look at that. Love these roots. And like I said, I'm going to submerge probably up to here because, I mean, there's an adventitious root there. And as the plant grows, there's going to be additional ones. So again, you want to give the best chance for your plant to grow by making sure it has a large root system. Just some Lechuza Pon over it. What a cutie, guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, so the same thing, I'm just gonna grab some old nutrient solution. Oh my god, I'm making a mess. It's dripping everywhere, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna pour it over. I usually do halfway, so she's about halfway to full. You know, it'd be different if, you know, I was propagating a rootless cutting. At that point, I would think about where the stem or the node is, and then we kind of put the water line almost right underneath. So like I said previously, she was under a grow light just because I was rehabbing it. I'll probably put it a tiny bit further away now that she's grown a little bit. But Syngoniums, they're another plant just like Hoyas. They can take a lot of light. I think in greenhouses or in production, they actually blast these with about 3,000 foot candles. I think currently mine was sitting at 2,000. And because I just, you know, transferred it into a new medium, I'm going to still give it about 1,000 to 2,000 foot candles. So bright indirect light. Okay, you could hang out here next to the luxurians. Okay, now I'm gonna try to, oh my gosh. This is gonna be a lot of thinking. I'm gonna try to think of how I'm going to extend this moss pole. I'm essentially just gonna grab another moss pole from North Shore Tropicals, try to put it in like that. And I'm gonna use the same wires that I got from Crystal Star Nursery to kind of secure it, along with like, I don't know, zip ties and plant tape, I don't know. Oh, I think because it's a lot of thinking, I just need another like double espresso, hold on. Okay, cannot wait. So I'm taking one of these wires and I'm gonna see if I could just thread it through. I need to bend it actually a little bit first. I just broke something. I hope it was just moss. I think I have to move you guys, hold on. Okay, we're looking good. And I know it might look ugly, but I'm gonna try to take the shorter wire just because this one provides more tension than the longer one. I'm just gonna thread it through the honeycombs between the two poles. Okay, so this is where it separates. So 1, 2, 3, 4, we're gonna start up here. Okay, so at this point you want the wire to go over, you know, where it's connecting. Just push it down and into the next honeycomb. Okay, I don't know if y'all followed that, but just wanted dual support at the connection point as well as more just to follow through upwards. So it's now secure in the front. In the back, you could see it's opening up quite a bit. So again, I'm grabbing another short one and I'm just gonna thread it in like that, guys. Okay, this is gonna be the ugliest moss pole. And guys, I didn't like pull this from anything. I kind of just, I'm good at problem solving when it comes to like hands-on things. It might not look the prettiest, but it really, it just does the job. This is the situation for now. And I know what y'all are saying. Once I put the wet moss, this pot, because it's so small, is gonna tip over. I'm just gonna have to lean it against something the whole time. It's almost as tall as me, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, some more sphagnum moss. And again, we're just threading it through. Not threading it through, we're just putting it at the top. I'm just taking this bamboo stake. We're just gonna push it down. So I have a question for y'all because I've never been a fan of moss poles. If you're a longtime viewer, you know that about me. Do y'all have a preference? I think I mentioned before, I like doing it with the Brantiatum just because the leaves are just known for just getting stuck if there's not enough humidity around the leaf. And I have made coco coir planks in the past, but do you know what? I don't recommend them. I think most of my plants are off of those. I do think planks like wooden planks and coco coir planks work better if you have higher humidity just in your room environment, because some plants, when they push out adventitious roots, they only really grow or attach if there's high humidity. Okay, so I'm only gonna put this much for now. Taking a closer look, you could see that the moss up here is what I just put in. And then obviously the moss down here, I do need to, you know, wet. So let's go to the sink, guys. Okay, I'm just taking it and putting it in the sink, I'm hitting the ceiling with this moss pole. And I'm just, oh my God, I'm just wetting the moss pole. Oh, okay. Do you know what? This is better. Okay. Oh my God, it is really hitting the ceiling, guys. Okay, here she is, guys. I don't know if y'all can see, but my plant tape here, and I'm just making sure that the stems are right up against the moss. Okay, so that's what's going on now. I will lean her against something, but like, look guys, I know I haven't filled up the top of the pole. She's standing on her own. I'm like even going like this and she's still standing on her own. And again, this is just how I do it. I'm happy with this. I actually like how it looks and it does the job. So I'm just gonna put her back. And while we're on the topic of moss poles, I have my epipremnum marble from my last plant tour video. I mentioned, you know, when you first put a plant on a moss pole, you don't necessarily know how long it's gonna take to dry out. So I've been like looking at this every 2 days. It's now to the point where it's kind of between moist and dry. But if y'all know sphagnum moss, y'all know that when it gets too dry, it takes a long time to rehydrate it. I'm just pouring, I just realized I'm pouring a nutrient solution. I would just do water. So you could see as I'm pouring it, it's just making its way down. One thing I regret with this plant is that I wish I put it in a chunky mix. For people that have moss poles in a aeroid mix, you really need to make sure that the substrate is extra chunky. And it's because if you're constantly wetting the moss pole, you want to make sure that any runoff from the moss pole makes its way all the way through the medium. So yeah, here she is. Honestly guys, coffee, it's just amazing. Okay, I have this is my Hoya Forbesii. Again, I'm downsizing. I did neglect this plant. She wasn't looking great, so I just decided to start from the beginning. So I think there's 4 cuttings in here. They're just in a cup of pon. I'm a little worried because the last time I filled up the reservoir was like 2 to 3 weeks ago, and she is dry. You can hear it, she is dry. There's one cutting here, so this one with the big leaf, so dehydrated. So I'm just gonna check on the roots. Okay, this looks good. I don't want to disturb these ones because there's 2 here. But look at that new root formation. Again, if you're assessing from the top, just feel how the leaves feel, and they feel really good. This one's another one here. Wow. Oh, I'm so happy, guys. Yay. Okay, there's actually 5 in here, so this is the 4th one. Look at that. Okay. And actually, the one that was dehydrated, look at that small root. Oh my gosh, so she's fine. Okay, so I'm just putting them back in the same cup and just sprinkling the pon. And that's why I say, guys, Hoyas, if you're propagating them, they root at a lot of points in the stem. I'm just putting the nutrient solution about halfway, just like that, guys. And we'll put her back under the grow light. I'm really happy. Okay, this is something so wild. So this was my, like the big vine on my Hoya Matilda splash. I am not kidding, guys. I probably cut this off 3 to 4 weeks ago, I would say. And I mean, this is another example of if a Hoya has thicker leaves like this, they hold on to more water and the plant can pull from that. I just can't believe that it's in like such good shape. So I propagated this plant because I just wanted to promote more splash or silver on the mother plant, and I let it grow out this much and there's no splash. So just grabbing some pon. Guys, I want to do an experiment where I don't wait for these to callus over, and I'll see just how many survive. I'm just doing like cuttings with 2 leaves, just like that. So we're just gonna pop them into the pon. So the cuttings here, some pon just to the top. So thankfully the stems of the Matilda, they're pretty hardy. So, oh my God, my throat. So I'm just gonna essentially just shove the stems into the pon, just like that. Trying my best just to keep the leaves facing up. Don't know how many will fit in here, but we're just gonna, you know, do our best to fit most of them in. And even though I said that these stems are hardy, you know, don't like shove them through. Try to just push them in gently because they still can, oh, see, it just happened. They can still like bend and break, and mainly with the younger growth that will happen. Okay, wow, we got them all. Just know that not all of these will survive. You know, I want about like 70 to 80% of them to survive. That for me is usually successful. And I'm just dispersing the pond by tapping the bottom, but also holding down the cuttings so they don't fly out. I do try to put a little bit more on top. Okay, maybe this was overkill. I tried to fix it. That's the best I could do. Because the stems are shorter, so they're probably about here. I put the nutrient solution or the water up to here. At this stage, plain old water would be what you should do. But you know me, guys. You know, I do have leftover nutrient solution. That's why I'm using it up. I'd rather do that than, you know, put it down the drain. Here she is. I'll throw her really close under a grow light, probably the grow light's right over here. And yeah. Okay guys, I guess that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh my gosh, this is the third video of the week. Again, I said I want to do 2 to 3 videos a week. Next video will be a favorites video for September. I'm really excited. These plants are so, oh my gosh, these plants are so gorgeous. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've made it to the very end, thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.